What is up, folks? Briston Gaming, we are back with another exciting episode of 7 Days to Die Mods Week. The show up, figure out what mods are good for you. And this week, we're going to cover some really cool gear mods. But before we jump into anything, I want to say thank you, community members, for all the support, and thank you, mod authors, for all the cool work you guys do. But now we're going to jump into the mods. And the first mod is Zombiefunker by Piranhas. And it is a cool server-side mod that adds in some really awesome weapons and adds in some new unique items that are just really fantastic to see. So we come into our inventory here, and you see not only on the hotbar, but in my inventory I have a bunch of new stuff. We have bloody coins here, which is a new item the game adds in, or the mod adds in, that you can actually craft into Duke's Casino tokens. We have super glue here, which is actually used to craft all of the weapons plus the legendary repair kit. We also have Zombiefunker tickets, which you also need in order to craft all of the weapons plus the ammo. So you see the legendary gun parts here. We have to have the Funker ticket and the super glue to be able to craft them. The legendary repair kit only requires super glue, forged steel, and mechanical. The legendary 9mm bullet requires super glue and the Funker ticket. And if you look at the damage, if you click on the bullet, if you look at the damage, it does 120 damage, which is really nice. Whereas the Funker 9mm bullet, the other new type of ammo it adds in, only does 65 damage, but you still have to have the super glue and the Funker tickets to craft. The legendary AK-47, Rambo, assault rifle, auger, super scavenger driver, Terminator auto shotgun, and Z660 are all really fantastic items that you can craft that are really cool weapons to play with. But we also have two melee weapons that are uncraftable that have insanely high damage. They're fantastic weapons. I love this mod, really, for all the server-side weapons it adds in. And the cool thing with being able to craft all these things, you can actually get the Funker tickets. You can make the super glue yourself, but you can also get the bloody coins, the super glue, and the Funker tickets through looting and stuff like that. But I've got some bears here. I want to show you some of the weapon damages because these things are insane. Like, look here at this Z killer. Look at that. That is insane damage. We are going to pop this thing like a zit. I love that. But watch this axe. This axe is the best thing, and you'll see the reason why you can't craft it. It's only an admin spawn-in item. Did you see that? How about that one? See how fast that right-click attack is? That's the normal left-click attack. That's the right-click attack. That is insanely fast. I love that. I love that so much. It's so fast. Sorry, I still have a cold. I'm still coughing pretty good. But this weapon is super fun to play with. And the pink super scavenger driver is super quick when it comes to doing the right click action. And it barely uses any stamina. The repair gun is pretty much the same way, but we don't really have anything that we can repair. It's like super instant. It's a lot faster than the normal nail gun in terms of repairing items. The auger is the same way. It's faster, does a little bit more damage, a little bit better harvesting than the normal auger. But all in all, the guns that it adds are just overall better than the vanilla versions. They have increased magazine sizes, better damage. The aiming points, the crosshairs and stuff are a little bit tighter, so you have easier aim. Like the Rambo, that crosshair is like spot the crap on, and it doesn't have a whole lot of recoil. And you saw how much ammo it had. It had 1,000 ammo straight spawned in. It's a fantastic weapon to have and be able to craft and play around with and stuff. And if you play, with friends and stuff like that, since this is a server-side mod, you guys can have a lot of fun with this, which I know you will if you give it a shot. But with that, we're going to move over to the next mod. Mod is the super cool Rings of Potential by Bladestorm Gamings, and it's a fantastic mod that gives you a chance to loot rings from zombie bags when they die, hidden stashes, buried supplies, chests, safes. You can even find them in destroyed workbenches and forges, although from my testing it's been extremely low. I've only ever found 2, and that was over a wide scanning like multiple cities looking for broken forges and stuff. And I'm sure I might have missed some forges, but it's still only ever found a few. And you can craft a ring of the beginnings from the beginning and give yourself a melee damage of plus 10% or range damage of plus 10%, a health bonus and a stamina bonus, which is still pretty nice. But excuse me, the cool thing is you see there are tiers of some rings, like this ring of scorch. We have a ring of scorch tier 1, which is a 45% chance to ignite an enemy when you hit them, or a tier 3, which is a 75% chance to ignite them when you hit them, which is really cool. There's a lot of rings here that do buff for melee or projectile range, I should say, attacks. But then there's also some that just, like this one here, Ring of the Seeker, which increases looting speed on some of them. Some of it's medical quantity, ammo, stuff like that. So you can, like, do you want to find more dukes? Do you want to find more ammo? How do you want to build? These rings can let you really tweak out certain pathways of how you want to play and do stuff. And if you're playing with friends, it's even better because you can have friends like with different magazines that you trade back and forth. Like if you want one person to focus on gathering dukes and doing stuff like that, you can give them a ring that lets them focus on finding more dukes, or somebody with, who's a farmer or doing stuff like that. You can have them being able to find more food. It's really cool being able to see this mod being able to tweak out playstyles. And since it's not a server side mod, unfortunately, everyone has to have it installed, but it does give you the ability to be able to really tweak out how everyone plays. And I love it for that, because some of these mods are just really great. Like you've got a faster lockpicking on these wish rings that you can find, a 1. You've got a jump distance of +1, active robot limit +1, ring of venom where you envenom enemies when you hit them, ring of demolition, block damage, ring of reborn, grants rebirth, ring of storage, +5 carrying capacity, which is better than any pocket mod. And unfortunately, these only can be put into the military, or I say military gloves. They can only be slotted into a glove slot, but it's still really nice to be able to have pretty cool socket ability for something like this that lets you hammer down a game style that you like. Like you can do the diamond ring, you can do a torch ring, a vampire ring, give you leech chance and stuff like that. It's just really cool to see the way that this allows you to customize a play style however you want, and I love that. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and move over to the next mod. Alright folks, so this next mod is the Unique Relics by Bladestorm Gaming again, and it's a fantastic mod that if you combine this with the previous mod, you can have an even more impactful spec or gameplay style that is super fun and really customized to you, more so than what the vanilla game is going to offer. And again, it is not a server side mod, so if you're playing with friends, everyone has to have it installed. And these can only socket into a chest piece, but you can have multiple ones in a chest piece, so you can have different. So if you wanted to do, like, say, Fist of Fury, because you like to do melee with punching and stuff like that, like I do with the steel knuckles, you can socket this. But if you also wanted to do knock them on, like set them on fire, you can do that as well. Or if you wanted to do, move faster, you can do that as well, while you're also punching zombies in the face, because who doesn't love punching a zombie in the face while also moving 100 or 300 times faster? That's just fantastic, especially on like a horde night. You get some punches in, you run away, let the 10-second cooldown go over, and you come back and you punch them for doing a lot more damage, especially with, as you build up charges, you're going to knock them back so you can run away. It's really neat to have something like this, because these things are just fantastic. I love these, and you combine it with the previous ones, man, or that previous mod, you can have so much fun with these things, just so much. They give just massive different types of play styles, and it's really hard to show a mod like this without socketing every single one of these, getting into a fight and showing you what they do, but that would take 30 minutes to do it. So instead, I'm just going to talk about why I liked it and think you guys are going to enjoy it as well if you sit down and play with them, because you see, like on this one here, the skeletal steel, 1% damage mitigation per 10 player levels. That's pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's limited to 10%, but still that's 10% more damage mitigation than you had when you're level 100 that you didn't have before, especially because there's not anything that gives direct damage mitigation, because armor can still be pierced with certain things. The Divine Strike, hitting an enemy, applies high damage ignite, which lasts for 2 seconds. That's pretty cool. Blast Guard, plus 50 explosion resistance. It's pretty good if you've got friends like I do that love to throw grenades and shoot rockets and stuff like this. That extra explosion resistance can help a lot. They contain energy. When hit by an enemy, shock nearby enemies. This is really fantastic if, like Lunabug, where you get snuck up on really easily by zombies. This can give you a panic moment where you can, oh crap, and you can have a chance to react before you just get killed. The Barricade, 100% damage mitigation, which decays over 5 seconds. She's used both of these before and had fantastic luck with it because she's not a big gamer. If you're one of those types of people, this is fantastic for you. Or if you've just got slow reactions in general, these two combined in a chess piece can save your life and make the game just more fun, because instead of instantly getting killed or suffering just a massive amount of debuffs, you've now got a damage shield that's going to slowly decay, but you've also stunned whatever hit you, so it gives you a chance to run away a little bit, gather yourself, and actually put up a fight as opposed to just get destroyed, which is also fantastic for those tier 5 POIs and stuff where zombies just magically spawn behind you. I think you guys are going to love it for that specifically, because I don't know how many people I've seen complain about that. But with that, we're going to go ahead and move over to the last mod. Alright folks, so this final mod is the super cool shotgun pack by Azeo, and it adds in 12 new shotguns in 3 different tiers, all based around the vanilla shotgun. So it's really cool because this first line here, we have the Higgins bolt action shotgun, the M870 police shotgun, the M4 Terminator, and the Hexagon. And you see they all say tier 4, tier 3, tier 2, tier 1. But these are guns that have increased range over what would be considered like the vanilla shotgun. And then we have the Model 870 or 1887, the M31 Hunter, the XM12, and the Psycha 12, which all have increased ammo capacity versus the vanilla. And then we have a double barrel shotgun long, a M1897 trench gun, the M950 or 590 rather special, and the SPAS 12, which all have increased damage over the vanilla. And we also have 3 new types of ammo. We have the shotgun token ammo, which you see the damage per pellet is 11, 7 pellets, 1.5 block damage, so really low block damage. And then we have the shotgun super penetrator slug, which does 135 damage per pellet, but only 1 pellet, and also does 100 damage to blocks. And then we have the shotgun fletch darts, which does 27 damage per pellet, 4 pellets, and 5 block damage. But this mod also adds in something really cool. So it adds in a better visual. Oops, sorry, I grabbed the wrong gun here. It adds in a better visual for mods on guns. So we actually can see a better representation of what the guns actually look like. You see the flashlight on the bottom of the gun. If I do this and I travel to here, and then I hold F and I turn on the weapon light mod. Oop, wrong button. And you see it there. But if I come back into the inventory and I go to modify it and I pull that off, you see it's gone now. That's actually kind of cool. But if I go to put it back on, you see it shows up again. I really like that. The only thing it doesn't show is the foregrip, but watch what happens when I pull off the foregrip. It's slightly smaller right here than what it was before, but it's still really neat to be able to see how that having the additional mods on the guns affects how they look. I like that. I like the way that they look. I like that they've managed to tweak them so much so that you can actually see the big differences when you change the components that they have installed. Not as big a difference on this one. It's mostly just for the laser, but it still looks really good. And plus, these guns, just overall, having additional guns, especially ones that kind of fill into niche roles like better range, better damage, more ammo capacity for shotguns and stuff. It's just all really nice to be able to see stuff like this. I just absolutely love any kind of mod that adds in new weapons and stuff to the game. But with that, folks, we are done for the week. If you liked the episode, go ahead, like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think. But have fun, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.